Hello, hello, welcome to the Imperfect Podcast, the podcast where we bring amazing people to talk about their imperfections. Hi, Asma.
Hi, Ziad.
How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So today we have Asma. Asma, let me introduce you. I don't know you very well, but I will try to introduce you. So Asma is my wife, and I'm very happy to have you here in the Imperfect Podcast. I didn't prepare anything to introduce you, so I'm gonna say that we've known each other for the last maybe 30 years, of which we've been together for maybe 14 years. We have two boys together, and we have a nice, chaotic, crazy life in Paris. And maybe something interesting about Asma is that she introduced me to the spiritual world and the world where I try to awake. So, yeah, this is what led me to be here also in this podcast today. So, Asma, now it's your turn to
Mm.
present yourself in the way you seem you want.
Mm. So, spontaneously, also without preparing, I'm a graphic designer. I'm also a philosopher. I'm also a spiritual healer. Uh, Passionate about everything related to energy. I have an amazing husband and two beautiful boys, and I would say I'm a combination of many things, but I am experiencing life.
And you are in the imperfect podcast here, so you're gonna talk about your imperfections. I personally think you are perfect, to be honest. Let's make it clear. But you know, tell us what's your the imperfection in this moment that you are struggling the most with.
Most struggling imperfection is to really accept all the changes all the time, like daily changes. So I don't believe that I am a a person who likes perfection since I am kid. I've never tried to look for perfection, and I would say this imperfection now, and especially that I'm always listening to you in the background and blah blah. So the imperfection is becoming also a perfection for me.
But what is in you the imperfection that is you're working on changing?
Mm. I would say the intensity of my emotions. So that has been my work lately. I would say that they are perfect, but they are also imperfect because the emotions are difficult to master. So sometimes, as much as I'm working hard on myself to be in my center, to be aligned, sometimes I drift and they take me. They drive me. It's unexplainable. It's beyond my body. The emotion take me.
Where do they take you?
I don't know, to new dimensions.
What do you mean?
I mean, they take me to different places, like I could have an intense emotion suddenly, and this would take me to like 2 days of retreat within myself so I can understand the emotion, and so I can work on it, so I can let it pass. So, yeah.
Have this helped you in your life, also before?
When I was younger and I was not aware that of everything in life, I used to hate my emotions because I'm a very sensitive, oversensitive person, and I can cry any time of the day. Growing up, I understood that those emotions, those tears, they are all telling me things, and then I shifted my perspective. I started to like my emotions and to turn them into gold, trying to understand how I can use them. And especially in the work I do or I love to do with people, trying to remove, energy that are blocked. tears, they really help me, my emotions, because I connect to the other person emotion, and that's how I really use my emotion for the best of myself and for the others.
Some would say that being emotional is good because you can be empathic, you can sense with the others. What do you think about that?
It's beautiful to be emotional, but I'm not gonna lie that sometimes I wish I'm not emotional, and I start to think of those people who are not emotional, because maybe it's wrong, but in my perspective, they're like, straight line. They don't go up and down. An emotional person has lots of ups and downs, and before being in control, it is hectic. If you're not in control and you understand, it is hectic.
So you're talking about control. What do you mean?
Maybe it's not the right word, but what I meant is trying to um, um, not control the emotion, but understand it and use it for the best. Not like controlling it, but to be able to use. Like, for example, if I am in a mood and I have tears, it's not that I want to control. I want to understand why I'm being oversensitive in this moment and how can I use this.
And understanding, what would that give you?
And understanding what this will give me, sure.
No, what would understanding give you?
It would give me peace of heart. It would give me stability, and it will help me in the future, because if while having an emotion in this moment, it took me 2-3 days to work on it, to sit with myself, to sit with that feeling, then the second time I have this emotion, the intensity of feeling it is lower. It's not the same. So that's how it helps to really look at the emotion.
So in fact, this imperfection is allowing you or giving you the opportunity to better understand yourself so that you can master your emotions in a better way, right?
Yes, right. Right.
And you said something that struck me about you admire people who don't have, like, sometimes you admire people who don't have emotion. Tell me more about it.
It's not like I admire, but sometimes, because also I'm a very curious person, I would say like, it would be interesting to try in this life to be not emotional. You know what I mean? This comes really as a curiosity, to see how they function. If I was the same person but non-emotional and something happens in front of me, how would this non-emotional person be?
It's very interesting because I just realized something, like we are not in a very fair game here because we know each other very well, but maybe sometimes, very few times, you took this mask, you put this mask of non-emotional, and it doesn't suit you at all. But I think because you want to, because you're struggling with emotions sometimes and the intensity of emotions, and you say you want to have this this non-emotion state, maybe in some situations in life where it was very intense, you just block the emotions. Do you have this pattern?
Definitely. Until recently, I would say like maybe 2 years where I am much more aware of my emotions. Definitely, I would close to protect myself because I would be so emotional and I wouldn't understand at all how I'm feeling. What do I need to do? How to communicate, even with me or with the person in front of me? So this would lead me to really close on myself and yeah, but I realized this didn't serve me because at the end, yes, I am emotional. And I try today to really express them because they need to go out.
And it's easy
Instead,
to put the, huh?
instead of what I used to do before, being knowledgeable about emotions, like closing on myself, choosing not to see people, or just choose the silent retreat. I used to think it's good, but while understanding, I realize,
I know very well the silent retreat of Asma.
yeah.
And is it easy to put a word on the emotion?
For me, it's like the word of Le Petit Prince, l'essentiel est invisible pour les yeux. so the essence is invisible to the eyes. I feel it's the same with the emotions, because you cannot like touch them, you cannot sometimes express them. So it's a feeling. Emotions, it's a feeling. Yeah.
So you've been working a lot on yourself lately, if I understand well from what you're saying, trying to understand, putting a word on the feeling, on the emotion, being aware of some patterns that you want to change, some patterns that are not serving you. It's exhausting, no?
It is intense. I would not say no, but as I said earlier, I'm passionate about that. I'm passionate about energy, about this, this invisible world, about how the physics work, so yeah, I wouldn't say it's not fun. For me, it's fun. It's part of my work in this life, I feel, to heal, to understand. Also, this helps me a lot, feeling others more, because when you understand yourself and you've been through things, that's my opinion, then you understand others. And when you work hard on understanding your emotion, you don't go blind by them, because now I'm in a state where I can understand, I can name the emotion, I can sit with it 2-3 days, so it can pass without hating the emotions. It doesn't make me less sensitive, on the contrary, but I would say I am the word that you judged before, control. It's not controlling because I'm crazy, but because I understand it, I'm not crazy about wanting to remove the emotion like we think we should do, or refusing the emotion, sending it to the back. Um, and yeah.
What's the difference for you between understanding and controlling?
Understand for me is watching it, watching the emotion like a cloud passing in the sky, just observing. And controlling it is wanting to change it. And I have experienced both. And I know, uh, that wanting to control does not help, because you're suppressing the emotion instead of really loving this emotion that is making me who I am. You said I'm emotional, you wouldn't imagine me different. So once you understand that this is you, and just fix it, put more water, arrange it, so it becomes really, really the beautiful part of you.
That's it? Any other imperfections in mind?
Of course, we all have so many imperfections.
No, you are perfect, Asma.
It's good to think that we're perfect, because we're not trying to, do this, it's also accepting who we are. About other imperfections, I would say, I'm not good in time management at all. I really do have my own frequency, my own timing, my own way, and it's not always easy for the other persons. I'm sure for you it was not easy at the beginning, because I had to, explain that it's not, I don't do it because I want to, but it's like that, So yeah, this is not always helpful to be or to feel that you're on another timing, you compared to the reality.
Which timing?
The time of life, sometimes I feel it's not, I do have my own, my own time. I'm not finding the word, my own sequence, my own, voilà, I can't find the word.
How do you manage this, or how is this creating tension in your life or whatsoever?
I think it used to create lots of tension when I was younger. For example, I remember I would never arrive to work at 9. Okay, stuff like that. But growing up and having my own routine and my own things that nourish me, I understand more the timing of others. I respect because I want to be respected for my own timing, because I know sometimes I'm so slow, I can't do anything. So because I understand myself, it's helping me understand others. If I want to talk like with my husband, it's very interesting because my husband is very like speed and doing things and moving, and I'm
Oh yeah.
not. Yeah, you are active, speeding, and I am a turtle next to you because I really need to feed myself before, before giving or being in the world.
And what do you do to we live in a world that praises perfection. We go on social media, we see perfect people around us, we go on TV, etc. Society put a lot of pressure on us. How do you manage to stay sane in a world that is obsessed with perfection?
I think part of what keeps me stable is my intention in life, where I want to go, how I would love to be aligned emotionally, mentally, physically, in my relationships and my communication. Also, I feel that the work I have done for so long helped me understand myself and love myself and accept myself, and I feel good within myself. I did lots of work not to be in the performance, not to be like someone else, to really embody the blueprint that I am, not because I am different. We are all different. Every person has his own difference, his own blueprint, but person needs to know, okay? So, but I do have in my, in the Enneagram type, which is number 4, I do have this feeling, which is imperfect, that something better is happening on the other side. And this also, I'm working on that, because I would say also this is social, because we grew up, look at the neighbor, he didn't do that. Look at this one, she didn't do that. So I'm aware of all that. And what I do and my purpose, as I was telling you, is to master myself, to find myself and to reach more and more light. So this is keeping me away from everything happening on social media or this competition or this fight.
And so if I meet you in your happy place, you don't have any relationships, no husband, no kids, no family, you are in the heaven, your heaven, mountains, maybe, probably because you like mountains. Who would I meet?
2 things. First, it's difficult for me to imagine my life without my family, because I realized that my dream since I was young, as much as I wanted to achieve myself and be successful as a woman, was to build a family. So, so it's like 40 years of imagining this. So it's very difficult for me to imagine it without it. But if I want to make an effort and push, I think I would be a nomad, moving from a city to another, living experiences by nature all the time. Yeah, that's what I think I would be. Moving
Who
constantly.
you would be?
You
Which
mean,
Asma?
I would be the romantic Asma, who is in, this love that I love to share with my family. I think I would share it with life, and I would be, I really, what I'm imagining is me wearing white, walking from a city to another, being nice to people, helping other if they need, at the same time being, so really that's what I imagine, being romantic.
And like I've watched you through the years, and I saw a lot of evolution as I was also working on myself and evolving. But also I witnessed the evolution that you're describing. And my question for you is, what was the biggest thing that you had to let go to grow?
I'm trying to think, maybe it's attachment and belonging, I would say, because when you're raised in a certain family with certain values and there are lots of codes and protocol, wanting to detach from that so I can find who I really want to be without the pressure. So I had to let go of many personalities or images of myself so I can keep on finding my essence.
How was it, the journey?
It's beautiful, honestly. It's very beautiful. Very, very. You know why? Because if you come back, we're talking now about the family. If you come back to the family, knowing who you are and honoring who you are, the relationship is so much stronger. And it's impressive that the family, after they change, they adapt to the new you and they show lots of love to this new you. Because even if the family members or the people, they don't know the amount of work you have done, there's something that is shifting in the energy of the connection or the communication.
Mm. And how did you did you let go of the attachment and the codes and the belonging and all that? What can be, if somebody is watching us and they have this pattern, because a lot of people have this attachment syndrome, let's say. What was the key, or how would you, what would you tell them to do?
I feel I have to say it's also related to my life, how my life is drawn, the experiences, the leaving Beirut, coming from Beirut, going to, so life helped me. And the curiosity, I would say, because I'm a curious, spontaneous person, and something which is imperfect. I've never was able to plan more than 3 months. I have done so much work that I'm really in the present. And more I do that, more I realize that I'm happy thinking that I live day by day. So I would say for people to really try this, really living day by day, there's no other beauty. And I would say discipline, self-discipline, doing things that were higher the frequency of you so that you can deal with the word and stay high on frequency. And nourish, because this part of me was very curious, who likes to travel, so this was my essence, but my essence and my life, like they moved together until I am who I am today, like, okay, we moved a lot of things. I quit my job, I come back. So movement. But because of the curiosity and the inside, the essence wants to discover, to master, I think slowly merging, because, of course, there's still so much work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Really, yesterday I wrote in my notebook, I'm like, okay, it's beautiful to say thank you to yourself for the work you have done, to celebrate. But there's work to do. I don't know how to say, but, it's like you keep on, like a roller coaster coming on. So maybe I'm now like this, but life is going to take me down again and up again for sure. And I will still have to discover new things and work on them. Yeah.
Up and down?
Up and
Hmm?
down.
What, how do you deal with the downs?
Oh, so when I am down, I'm really down.
شو صار؟
Okay.
شو كان السؤال؟
Again. Sorry, I went out of battery. اسمعني؟
ايه. So yeah, let's continue. اوكي سكر عندي. عم تسمعيني؟
عم بقطش من عندك. حاطة أنا 3G.
Do you hear me now?
I do.
Yeah. So how do you deal with the downs?
So, as an emotional person, the downs are really down when I go down. And maybe they happen not frequently, like the deep down. But when I'm down, I'm really down. How do I deal with it? Honestly, I sit in bed. I sit in bed for as long and as much as I need, because I realized my soul is in a dark phase and I need my soul to rest. So, That's how I deal with it. I really sit with my down and yeah, accept it because it's
What?
part of
Yeah. When we were friends before, you used to be the incarnation of perfection, no?
perfection.
Like, yeah, you used to like perfection. I used to like perfection also. And yeah, what shifted?
It's true. I used to like perfection. I think I was very much touched or yeah, touched by the family or the value,
Condition.
the traditions, So yeah, indeed, I wanted the perfect house, the perfect husband. I wanted to always wear perfectly.
But you have a perfect husband.
I do. I do. But just to tell you about the perfection, I really wanted, I was looking for that, I wanted always to look perfect, my hair to be perfect. So again, life brought me who to really release, all those things that are, material and they're not serving me and they're not making me happier. On the contrary, they are draining me, those things, wanting to, So, yeah, I am definitely a different person and I'm happy I used to be like that in my childhood because now I'm enjoying being, unperfect. Like I would never wear a long sleeve t-shirt when I was 20 or 30 because I needed to be perfect and sexy. Today, I don't care. I just want to feel I'm comfortable. I'm
I
sitting.
care. I want you to be sexy. No, I'm kidding.
I am.
You are, you are.
It's,
Um,
sexy is also an attitude. The way the person is so comfortable, for me, it's very appealing because then you want to, hug this person so you can take from that serenity.
what were the moments in your life where you were the most pressured to be perfect?
I think when I was 18 till 27, this period of my life, I was pressured to be perfect. And I don't want to say I was or something from inside because always us. You know what I mean? Because I can take the same character as my younger and okay, I couldn't put the same maturity, but I could be different, fight differently, do things differently, but I was not able. Today I'm able. So yeah, that was the most period where it was so important for me, the labels. Plus I used to work in fashion, so it was very important for me, the bag, the accessories, all that. So yeah.
And what did you in these moments what did you have to hide? Which part of you did you have to hide to be perfect?
Definitely the emotional part, because if I like close my eyes and I see there was no space for me to express my emotions. Even with my friends, okay, we were playing, having fun, but there was no place where we talk about what we feel. Um,
Now you're my wife, so we're gonna take this occasion to say to everyone what makes me perfect.
yeah, I have a beautiful answer for that. You listen, Ziad, you listen deeply and you take into consideration the other person's not only feelings, you create space. Like part of who I am today is definitely having you as a partner who really until now create a space. You help me a lot because you don't expect from me, you let me be, and this helped me a lot shape who I am. And so you listen, and that's very powerful that you have, you're open. If I have something to say to you, like sometimes you don't like it and you would say a word, but still you listen. It goes into you. You analyze it, you take it, and you see if it's good for you or no.
So everybody, now you know that behind the imperfect podcast there is a perfect guy. What's my imperfection according to you? Let's make it a little bit fun.
I cannot say, really, I cannot.
Why?
Because it's everything, like the things they come to mind, but they make you who you are, that's your beauty. But me, because I'm different, for me, they're different, it doesn't mean they're imperfect, but I wouldn't function this way, but this is completely you. And
Personally, anyways, I've noticed that I have all the imperfections of all my guests. So I've been doing like this is maybe my more than 20 episodes, and I have the 20 imperfections in me. So I can say that I have a lot of imperfections. And what about our couple? What's the imperfection of our couple?
I feel you and me were very spontaneous, and we are both into the feelings. Okay, I know you're very grounded, and thank God you always take the best decisions for us, for the family. But both of us were very, very spontaneous, and sometimes it would make us feel, oh, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you lazy. Laziness. But,
Look lazy.
yeah.
But I think we're more into the present moment and into the simplicity, because as you grow, you don't have the same interest. And so definitely, so you're more simple. And then if things pass and, oh, what did we do? So I would say that, yeah, that's really the spontaneity of being. But it's also not an imperfection. It's the beauty of it. And I hope we'll be able to transmit this to our boys as well.
And what would be the perfect world for you?
It's gonna sound very like look at this, but it would really be a world where there's love. I feel, although sometimes we think we're in love or we're held in love, although we think we have a family, sometimes we have a support system, but love sometimes is lacking a lot. And you can be married and lack of love. I mean, the love that, the operation from the heart, that's what I would say a perfect word, because if we all go back to this place all the time before choosing, before doing, before, even if we're angry and realize, oh, I'm not in the heart, we calm down, that would be the most beautiful word ever.
So the whole podcast and knowing that your imperfection is being overly emotional, I need to make you cry. So I will open a topic that is very important for you. What's imperfect about Lebanon?
You did make me cry. You know me so well. Well, Lebanon is beautiful the way it is. It's imperfect. It's chaotic. And when I was 28, I moved to Washington, D.C. to live there, and I couldn't, this perfection. Everything is so beautiful. The building, the flowers, the people are silent. I couldn't, because the chaotic Lebanon is what makes it imperfect. But of course, today, I wouldn't say the same thing, because the energy is very dark. So it's not about being Lebanon. Huh? Yeah, I was saying it's not about being perfect or no. Now Lebanon is, for me, is sick.
What do you want to tell it?
It's very difficult because I'm doing such I'm doing such an important
This is a
work on
private joke. Okay. Huh?
Yeah, I was saying I'm doing such an intense work on myself to not be physically, mentally, emotionally in Lebanon. What do I want to say to Lebanon? I hope Lebanon will heal.
Asma, this was a very special episode because it was really different from all the others for a reason. I think there's I feel like I'm having a sip of coffee with you, and it was very interesting for me to hear you from a different perspective with the hat of the host of a podcast. So thank you for your trust. We've been saying we're going to do this for a while, but now we just did it without any preparation, and it's great. As a gift at the end of my episodes, I usually give some like I give a small summary of what you've said, and I'm gonna try, despite the fact that we spoke about a lot of things, I will try to summarize a little bit what you've said. So first of all, the imperfection that you mentioned was being overly emotional and managing all your emotions. Another imperfection was the fact that you have a timeline that is different from everybody's timeline, and I confirm that. But this allowed you also to understand more other people. You know, being on a different timeline allowed you to understand more people, and also being emotional allowed you to appreciate today the quest that you have to understand your emotions, to manage your emotions, to stay with yourself, to make space for your emotion, to understand them, and to avoid going in these intensity in the following times. You had to let go of attachment and belonging and the codes of society and family to reach who you are today and to grow. And you were surprised by, like, positively surprised by the fact that letting go of the attachment and belonging and evolving in a family dynamic also pushed other family members to accept you as you are, to love you as you are, and it shaped the relationship in a much more stronger way. You in the perfect Asma in the mountain, and is a peaceful, loving Asma that is in white, running in the streets, helping everyone, and spreading love. And by the way, this is for you, that the perfect world, the world where we are spreading more love, that is available but is not that is available but not offered to everyone. You have a perfect husband who listens,
I do.
but your couple is imperfect because we are spontaneous, and sometimes we feel that we're not doing enough or as much as we would like to do. You have something for Lebanon. Lebanon is in your heart, and you wish Lebanon healing, and that's it.
It's very, very, very interesting. Did you cut?
No?
I really, really loved it. I feel I can talk to you hours like that. Is very beautiful. The way you know, because also you're my husband, so it's not easy to, you know, to put this mask and be a different person. So thank you so much. I really loved your questions. And I enjoyed looking at myself from the outside while you were asking me all those questions.
Can you make a little bit more promotion for the podcast, please?
It's the best. Please do. Really, it's therapeutic. It is, you know, I look very sitting, but my hands were shaking at some moment. I was feeling my feet, you know what I mean? So it moves. I feel this podcast moves something in you. So definitely join or talk or
Yeah, but you know what? That's what a lot of my guests tell me after the episode, that this is the intention of this podcast, is to have authentic, genuine conversation, raw conversations with people. And I'm using a lot my coaching skills to do it in a way that is also provocative and pushes for deeper answers. So thank you for your feedback, Asma. Thank you for your trust. I really enjoyed it also. And please, guys, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Follow us, subscribe, share, talk about us. And whomever is watching me now and would like to join as a guest, please welcome. I'd love to have conversations with any one of you. And yeah, thank you so much, Asma. And thank you, guys. Ciao.
thank you.